would not have agreed. A whole lot has been spent on the ill effects of anarchy. When Rama saw Bharata after some time, he asked him if he was ruling the kingdom properly and also expounded the principles of wise governance. What is the proper conduct towards friends, towards the parents of the Guru? What should be the relationship between kings and their subordinates? What is the conduct in the ashrams? All these are known to the people. Everyone also agrees that the eldest son has the right to the kingdom and property. No one agrees to exceed or break it. Even those who benefit from it are not agreed. In such matters, it is evident that Bharata himself did not want to go against the definite opinion of the people that such is the case. That is tradition, culture. Everyone behaves appropriately. They expect such behavior from others. The manners of behavior are liberal. A promise made with a vow was revered. Whatever the consequences, it was considered a religion to keep one's word. The love that the people had for their city was heartfelt, deep, full. When Bharata returned to Ayodhya, he described how the city, which was usually filled with laughter and joy, looked so sad and joyless. His words about a city, Nirakara, Nirananda, Deva, Pratihatasvana, show the pain of his mind. How many kinds of joys, games, songs and dances, daily life used to take place there, where are they all now? Why, one wonders. The memories of the city for Rama and Sita were beautiful and delicious. Whether these are parts added by the poet for the sake of teaching the royal religion, or were added by someone else in the later period, it is impossible to say. In the distant Kikandhe, Rama says to Lakshmana, on such a day, Bharata should be bathing in the Sarayu river. The etiquette that develops between Janaka and Dashratha regarding the auspiciousness of the wedding are beautiful pictures, very respectful. A whole culture is expressed here. In that capital, the social life, relations and behaviors that can be seen in the house of an Aryan family are completely different there. They are available. People with exemplary behavior were born and raised from such kings. The sages expected them to be leaders of the people. They believed that they would protect religion and ashram life in the entire country. Dasharatha was a man who acted like the guardians of his council of ministers, that is, he believed that a man like Rama would accept his responsibilities and led them with his own happiness. The picture of mothers, fathers, children, wives, husbands, brothers, and friends acting in their relationships and mutual responsibilities in a peaceful but known environment seems certain. The description of Lanka is also rich, colorful. It is an island city. It was built in the valleys or on the top of the mountains. It was a treasured trove. A king had provided all the amenities for himself and his people and built a strong defense. The streets and palaces there were large. There were many gardens and pleasure houses. There were chants of the Vedas. Sacrifices were being made. The cleanliness described in the palace of Ravana is unmatched anywhere else in the literature of our time. He plundered the three worlds. A former king in the Ikshak dynasty had exiled his son, who was a nuisance to the people in public life and had become a mischief maker. He had brought the best materials for his pleasures and prestige and filled them with his greed. He was directly born in the lineage of Brahma, Kubera's younger brother. He has kidnapped his elder brother's flower plane. It has the power to grant anyone whatever he asks for. It can carry countless people anywhere in a very short time. The city was full of heroes who were able to fulfill the king's wishes. There were elephants, horses, weapons, and the necessary fortifications for the city. He was a generous donor to those who were ready to obey his orders as his friends. There is no doubt that he beat everyone and brought back what he caught. He was a self-willed person, but he could obtain good boons from the gods by performing penance and rules. Even those who were 2 to 3 years or even older than Rama were a difficult opponent for Rama. It was as if he had to find his weak spot by suspecting what was not among the boons given to him by the gods. He and his son Indrajit had acquired the ability to wage magical wars against their enemies. They had acquired the boons necessary to remain invisible to others and to defeat evil by performing special rituals. There were one or two more in Lanka, those who advised him to return Sita. Do not lay a hand on her. Chief Minister in the Assembly Hall. Boons were like an institution in the life of the people of that time, like the exams of our time. Whoever a man was, whatever his moral history, past story, if he answered the questions asked in the exam correctly, he should be given full marks. It did not matter how he used the boons given to him. It was said that he had stood on his thumb for 20 years in solitary devotion and had committed a sin. That was the law laid down. The god he worshipped should come and stand before him. The boon requested must be granted. This is a restriction for that god himself. There is no other way open without granting the boon. Prahasta does not accept his master's conduct as right, but when faced with the last need, he had to make up his mind to serve him. Vibhishana alone accuses his brother of his conduct. Therefore, he has to leave his native village and brother and go out of Lanka. It is not said that Vibhishana's wife or children were tortured or made invalids while he was away. This fact gives a sense of respect for the system of life that was established in Lanka. But, no matter where it happened, there was no opposition to Ravana's will. Those who supported his aggressive policy and misdeeds, like his son Indrajit, had a place of pride. Opposing views were rejected. There was a precedent for it. One of Ravana's uncles, in an assembly, gave advice to Ravana with a sarcastic remark, Eshem sahajo doshar svavavo jiratikarama, this is my natural defect, it is impossible to overcome nature. When Vibhishana opposes his brother's mistake, he is scolded for speaking ill of his side. His people and his country, he is hurled insults at him. Ravana, unwilling to harm Sita, retreats. But he may be afraid of harming his life, or the curse of the sages, or the curse of women like Vedavati and people like Nalakuba, may not stop him. Such a belief must have been common in those days. Or he may have thought that forcibly achieving the love of a woman against her will cannot bring any happiness. Ravana knows, she is in his hands, that she cannot be freed, that she has been given over to the need to accept him. These evil deeds are explained in the Uttarakhanda. In such matters, Dasharatha, Vali, and Ravana, all three have faith and fear in common. But directing curses is like the cement that closes the cracks.